poppin' to MB Tribe? We're back with another video, and although you all will be sitting back, relaxing all cool, and watching me recreate this makeup look by eg.makeup art on Instagram, I'm not giving y'all regular degular schmegler voiceover, which is a natural makeup tutorial. No, I'm giving y'all the story time that y'all been waiting for. So here's the official story time of DMV Boss Queens, the fashion show episode. So once everybody completed the first competition, which is where we were bringing awareness to domestic violence, I received my points and I won the portion of the video. I created a nice video reel. It was a couple seconds, maybe like a minute long, that they loved, and I received 100 points for that. So boom, I'm up 150 points. Light work Nikki on my team, she won the flyer portion for the party part on us having this little charity event and bringing awareness to it and all that. So boom, now she's up 150 points. Yay. So as we're here and filming, and after everybody received their points and those who won, the next team captain, which was Miss China Pink, she sits there and explains what the next competition is going to be, which was the fashion show. So the only rules to the fashion show was the fact that we couldn't have outside help when it came to makeup, fashion, and just, you know, choreography and everything else that we were planning on doing within our fashion shows. Our fashion shows had to at least be about, like, I think it was 20 minutes. We had to have a 20-minute long fashion show, something like that. So I'm happy. I'm excited because I'm like, this is my lane. I'm a model. I have my own clothing boutique. I'm working on building my portfolio as a makeup artist as well. Like, woohoo, let's network, let's do this. But the thing is, read the fine print. We couldn't receive help with only those things. And keep note of that, because I wish our team captain was just as smart as well. So when it came down to it, now we're back in our group chat. Everybody's texting. We're trying to come up with ideas. The idea that I did not like is just like everybody was so pressed to do Beyonce. Everybody wanted to do the Beyonce fashion show and incorporate, you know, the horses, the big hats. What was the like the most, you know, when she was wearing silver and everybody was popping up wearing silver and all of that. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, everybody wanted to redo that concert when she was dancing with Blue Ivy and all that. And I'm just like, can we be more like creative? Can we really come up with our own idea here? But everybody on the team was on board for Beyonce, and I'm just like, I really don't want to do Beyonce. I'm going to showcase us. Like, let's figure out a different theme, a different idea that's really going to fit with everybody. But nobody wanted to listen to me. So I said, all right, well, boom. If that's the case, let me step up right here and let me say this. Okay, since that being said, we have 3 boutique owners on our team, which we did at this point. And this is before people started quitting. I'm like, we got 3 designers on our team. Let the designers come up together. We can figure out how we're going to do this show and how all of our pieces are going to at least be cohesive with each other as we go on from scene to section. And we can pick our models and do it how, and like divide the group that way. So that was an idea that I had. I also threw the idea out there, if we know we have a lot of people that do hair already, y'all can start making hair pieces and things like that, and we could have a segment for the hair show. And I'm throwing out all these ideas to really keep us organized and actually have a decent show. I'm coming out with timelines, letting our captain know, like, hey girl, I done came out with a timeline that we can follow by, and whenever we decide to create the music, you know, mix for this show, we can. We need to have a host, and we need to have this. We need to have space in between. Like, I'm letting her know, like, these are the spaces that we need to have in between. So when you do the music, make sure we have these spaces in between. Y'all think anybody listened to me? Y'all think anybody paid attention to me? It got to the point where my team captain sat there and told Roosevelt that, hey, I'm going to have her be my assistant. Even came to the group chat and told everybody that May's the assistant. So which means that everybody, if they couldn't get into contact with our team captain, they would get in contact with me regarding everything. I was breaking people up into groups and setting up group chats like, okay, y'all doing music, y'all going to create a song, boom. Here, everybody that do hair, boom. Here, everybody that's doing the hands-on work as far as creating these hats and everything, boom, y'all got it together. And all the designers, we're together, which means that there's endless puzzles to the masterpiece. There's endless moving parts, which means everybody should have something going. Everybody should be practicing. Things should be good. We should not be worried about nothing. We should not be coming and linking up in person to finally do practice and everything's all over the place. So when we finally linked up for practice and I finally hear the song and I'm hearing everything, I'm trying to let our team captain know, like, no, this is not what I said and this is not how it's gonna go. Like, you need to have space in between, because we're not gonna have nobody right there that's our DJ that's gonna stop the music and know how we're doing it. It's all us. So the host know what she's saying, and I'm telling the host to break it down. Like, I'm trying to give her what to say, how to say it, but I'm like, break it into pieces. Don't say everything all at once at the beginning of the show. We don't need all of that. Just break it down and we'll be good. Like, highlight this, highlight that, highlight this, because you need to entertain the crowd as we're in the back changing. We need time to change. Nobody was listening to me. It was too many, and this is where the infamous quote comes from, and this is going to make a comeback in the next few story times, but this is where the infamous more bossy than a boss quote came from, because even though individually all of us are bosses in our own lane and we all have things going on, it's like none of the females on my team knew how to let somebody else lead for that moment. It's like everybody wanted to be a leader. Everybody had something to say. Everybody had an input, but nobody was giving anybody the respect to talk. Everybody talking over each other, and I'm just like, we need a leader. And instead of our captain being a captain and making sure those positions and those parts were organized, it's like she was trying to be a part of the competition as well and putting her input in doing this and the third. So it was even a point where Roosevelt had pulled me out the room to get my confessional, and I'm just like, at this point, nobody's listening to anybody and we're all over the place. I created a lineup for us to follow so that we won't look so stupid. But it seems like come the day of the fashion show, we're all going to look like Boo Boo the Fool, and I refuse to get on stage. But at the same time, even though I said that, I know that I'm a team player and I was never going to leave my team hanging. So because we couldn't get nothing organized, nothing together, the show was not coming the way that I wanted to at all. And I don't like confrontation, for real, y'all. I don't like screaming over people. I don't have kids at all, but I refuse to yell over women, especially that's older than me, when they know how to act. But in this moment, everybody was acting like they ain't had no home training. And I'm just like, look, I back down. One of the girls was like, you need to speak up. You need to say this. And I'm like, I have. But I refuse to stress myself or strain my voice trying to get people to listen that just don't want to listen or pay attention. If y'all flop, y'all flop. I will also post receipts of the lineup and everything that I have once I find them, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But in my eyes, I wanted the show to start off with the opening number, Woohoo, That's Them. Then as that's going on, we can showcase, because they wanted to make some hats. I'm like, as that part of the song is going on, once it comes towards the end of it, the models could come out. We do a little quick flush, showcase these hats, go in, woohoo. Boom, that's the break for the host to entertain the crowd while we're in the back changing into the next segment. After she finished entertaining the crowd and she knows that we're going to come out, next song comes on. Whatever model opens that segment, and boom. Then after that segment is finished and we're all in the back changing, and even if there wasn't all the girls in one segment, that means the other girls for the next segment was already ready to go, which means the host, all she had to do was introduce them coming in, and boom. After that, host got the middle of the floor for the moment while we all changing, and then boom. We even had people on our team that was the artists. They were singing. I'm like, all right, we got a segment for them singing. We can create little bit mini choreography. Like, I was coming up with the whole show, and nobody was opening their eyes to that, because everybody wanted to play the part of the leader. Everyone wanted to be the assistant. Everyone wanted to be the DJ. Everyone wanted to be this, and this. And I'm like, everyone can't be the head. Somebody got to be the fingers. Somebody got to be the limbs. Somebody got to be the torso, something. Like, how are we supposed to put this together if everybody wants to do the same thing? And that's why it wasn't going according to plan. So now comes the day of the show, and we have yet to see what the venue look like. We have yet to have another practice day, which our team honestly could have came up with practice days and figured out which days everyone was free if everyone really took this serious. But with all the cattiness going on in the group, with all the disrespect going on in the group, with everyone feeling like they had to be the leader, it was throwing people off, and a lot of people was just looking at it as, this is not what I signed up for, and this is not what I thought it was going to be. So we had people leaving our group left and right till it came down to the point, I think it was only like 5 or 6 of us that did the fashion show, and that was sad. So coming down to the fashion show, one of the girls, Amina, she was playing the Beyonce part. I guess at rehearsal when they see me dancing and I was playing around, everybody was like, "You be Beyonce," and I'm like, I don't want to. Like, I kept letting everybody know, like, I don't want to, but if this is a team decision and Amina don't want to anyways, I'll play my part. I'll do what I gotta do, but I'm not really tripping on this. But with everyone dropping out of the show, we also had to now change these parts around and doing everything. So I'm like, oh my gosh. But the way they handled it was catty as hell. Our team captain had all of us on a group call, and I'm just listening. The way that she was going on her, like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it seem like we haven't practiced, but whole time we gonna be practicing at so-and-so house, and then when I go to the thing, I'm gonna link up with her, but I'm only gonna get the clothes, and then I'm gonna tell her what's going on. Like, they was being real high school, real childish, real, it wasn't cute. So after that was said and done, now Amina's no longer doing the show, and so many other people ain't doing the show. Okay, cool. The day before the show, I hit up Roosevelt, and I'm like, hey Roosevelt, is it possible for us, because I know for a fact our team captain asked, and since I was the assistant for that moment, I asked him, I was like, is it possible for us to not only come see the venue so that we can rehearse real quick, but also so I can get everybody makeup done, because I was the makeup artist for the fashion show. So I'm like, instead of us linking up at so and so house and then traveling, let's all link there, we could practice and I could do everybody makeup. Roosevelt texted my phone and said no. He told me no, because makeup is not that important. Makeup actually is important to the show because everybody needs to look cohesive. That's a part of it. That's a part of the fashion show. Woo, woo, woo. He wasn't on our side, but this is where we all also said that everything was set the fuck up. So we ended up finding out after the show, because our fashion show was trash. Like, the other team was able to go to the venue and practice. When we got there, we could barely practice. We had to rush. Everybody's makeup didn't get done. I did like 2 people's faces. Everybody else did their own faces and whatever. So as we're changing, we didn't even get to decide if we were going first or not. And we would have rather went second because all of our girls were not there. But our team captain sat there and told him, yeah, we're going to go first. But didn't call us, and we were wondering why she left the house so early, why she was so quick to leave before us. No, none of that. Nobody told us nothing. When we ended up finding out everything, Roosevelt ended up saying that he let it be known that we can come there to practice. And I'm looking at him like, nigga, why you ain't tell me that? Because when I asked you if we can come, do this, that, and the third, and do makeup, you should have said yes, because we would have been there 2 hours ahead of time to not only practice and rehearse, but also get makeup done. And we would have been good, and we would have also been able to tell you, oh no, we're going second, because of the simple fact that all of our team wasn't there. So he had us go first anyways. Our show ended up getting cut because of the simple fact that one of the girls that wasn't supposed to be there had came, which was Amina. She had did the utmost cussing and screaming and da-da-da-da-da when she found out her part got taken, and whatever the case may be, with how everything got handled and how it moved, and even me taking her part. I ain't gonna lie, I felt bad. Like, honestly, I wanted to tell her before our team captain did whatever she did, but I'm like, if she gonna tell her, I'm gonna give her a chance to tell her. It ain't my place, and I'm just testing the waters out. Like, I was just like, I'm not here for the cattiness, but whatever. So that happened, and of course she said we all look stupid and whatever case may be. I know I did, and I did the best that I could. Our show did look a mess with only 5-6 of us doing what we had to do. Nobody was paying attention to following directions once we got out there. Urban was drunk as hell. It was just wild. Then Rain had popped up because she was supposed to do the Nicki Minaj part for our segment of the show and being the other half of the host for the show. When she finally got there and was upset that the show was going and that Roosevelt didn't.
They wanted to go second. They had props. They asked to go second. Tiffany agreed to it. Talk to your coach. I started at 6:30. Y'all was late. What time did you get here, Rain? Rain.
I got a real fucking thing to do.
Rain, everybody work. I'm supposed to, Rain.
I think she punched him in the face or something like that. Ended up being this whole thing. Roosevelt ended up cutting our show, and I'm like, dang. Everybody was salty as hell when the next team came out, because they did this little P-Valley type of vibe, which was cool and all. It wasn't bad. Like, they really had everything together. They were organized. They had their whole team. They were cute. It was cohesive. It went. Their coach was a part of it. They did exactly what they had to do and then some. Because guess what? Although, remember y'all remember the rules? Although we couldn't have outside help as far as wardrobe, designers, and makeup artists and hairstylists, because he wanted to utilize the bosses that are in that lane on our team, that didn't mean we couldn't have an outside host. They had a whole DJ. They had a whole host / hype man that was able to tell them to come out and do this, and they had a whole show. Like, they show went down. Like, they did what they had to do, and I'm looking like, exactly, this is what we were supposed to be. This is how we were supposed to do it. And y'all all over the place. One of the girls on our team, she came to support, but it's just like, you ain't never come to none of the practices. And she was our choreographer. And I'm just like, yeah, it was set for us to feel, but it is what it is. I ain't tripping. So then, boom. And I'm just like, and then we went first at that. Like, it's like we just opened the show for them, for the main event. That's exactly what it looked like. And that's embarrassing, because I don't like doing anything less than. And if we're really going to do something and do a group project, I expect for all heads to be on deck and we really have it down and we really do the damn thing. That's what I was expecting, but it didn't happen. And then later on, we ended up finding out, because our team captain ended up getting called out by Roosevelt on camera, that one of the girls, the girl who was singing, our team captain got her kicked off. Oh my gosh. And the reason why she couldn't come to the event was because of our team captain trying to make it seem like she was doing drugs and this, that, and the third. Like, real threw this girl under the bus and made it seem like she was going to be such a problem that she couldn't perform with us. She sabotaged us. Our team captain knew that we did not have our whole entire team, and yet she chose and decided for us to go first. Our team captain also knew that we were able to go to the venue ahead of time, at least 2 hours to an hour before the event, to be able to rehearse and get ready and do everything that we had to do for that moment. And do you think she really set us up to succeed? No. Every challenge, group challenge at that, everything that we did is like she set us up for failure. Like, he had already decided we need a good team and a bad team. And it was already bad because before anybody got to know any of us, based on how she conducted the group photos and everything like that, and based on how the other team's group photos was conducted, we became known as the ratchet group, and they became known as the classy group. And that's sad. Like, we already had people rooting for us to fail beforehand because of how the show was set up and how everything was set up. But yep, there you go. That's your story time on the fashion show of DMV Boss Queens. I will insert whatever clips, pictures, and things that I have of this show in here, and I will keep you all notified and updated from whenever DMV Boss Queens drop. Because for some reason he's working on season 2, so I guess he's gonna release it when season 2 drops. Whatever. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look as well. I really like this. I really like pushing myself to the limit. I really like being extra creative and all that good stuff. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you're always notified when I drop another video. That being said, peace, love, blessings, and we out. Bye, y'all.
I just wake up, you know.